Hey everyone, welcome back to my Virtual Arcade. Today we're going to be going over the top fighting games that you can play on your modded Wii that are compatible with an arcade stick and classic controller. Now I personally like to lean towards the arcade stick just because I'm trying to get that authentic arcade experience, and there will be some exceptions here and there with a few games that I will note if they do need the Wiimote and nunchuck, but we're trying to stay away from that. I will have all of the information of the ROMs that I'm playing as well as the emulators that you're going to need down in the description below. If you guys do like the content, please like and subscribe. It really does help out the channel and it motivates me to make more. There are going to be a lot of fighting games. This is going to be broken up into segments. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of content here. With that said, let's go ahead and get started. First up is Darkstalkers, and this is a Capcom fighting game. This was originally in the arcades and I later brought it, I think, to the PlayStation 1, but this is the arcade ROM, and it's a fun fighting game. It's a little bit different. Capcom decided to go with the whole horror genre in this. Like right here, you have Frankenstein and a werewolf type character, and their whole player select is pretty interesting. Their characters are fun to use. Definitely pick this up. Next we have Soul Calibur 2. This is one of my favorite games that I go back to again and again, and this was originally released on the Gamecube. This version has Link as a playable character. It's a really fun fighting game for those of you that are into 3D fighters. If you're used to using the Gamecube controller, trust me, use the arcade stick. It feels natural and it's a blast to play. Okay, so this isn't the arcade version of Virtua Fighter 2, but trust me guys, trust me. The Genesis version, you have to give it a try. Now, the fighting is really on point. I mean, the way that the combos connect and the punches and kicks just feel really satisfying when you achieve them. And it does have the same mechanics, it's just 2D. And if you do love sprite graphics, this looks really good. Even for today's standards, I still like it and I go back to this often. Next up is Fighter's Destiny, and this was kind of the Tekken of the Nintendo 64, and it's really underrated. I didn't even know about this game, and I myself had a Nintendo 64. I found out about this within the past few months, and God, it is such a fun game. It's got this ring out system and a point-based system, so it's not based on knockouts, it's points, and it's just really fun. Fighter's Destiny 2 is basically the same fighting mechanics, however, it's a little tighter and I personally think it's a little bit quicker. They've improved the graphics a bit and it's just as much fun as the first. You guys have to get this game. Watch out! Move! Come on! Player 2 critical. Yes! Next up is Naruto Shippuden Clash of the Ninja 3. Yeah, try saying that 3 times fast. This is an awesome game. It fights just like you would watch on the anime. The animation is smooth on this. The way that the combos connect are really good. It doesn't feel like a cheesy licensed game. It feels genuine, like they really cared about the game when they made it. They tried to stay true to the anime, and the graphics look amazing. Next up we have The Last Blade, and this is a Neo Geo game based on characters that use weapons as well as their fighting technique. As a classic game, I think it really stands out as one of the few that first started using weapons in their games. I still like to play this from time to time, although I'm not really good at it. It's a fighting game that almost feels like a beat 'em up. And next is Killer Instinct. Now unfortunately the modded Wii can't handle the arcade version of Killer Instinct, but the SNES version is really good. Trust me, it feels great. The combo mechanics are still there, you can still get all of those different types of combos. The blood isn't censored, it's all there. It's a really good, feel-good fighting game. This is the version that I played most as a kid anyways. I didn't really play the arcade version that much. And next up we have Killer Instinct Gold. Now this is the version that was released on the N64. Again, we don't have Killer Instinct 2 for the modded Wii, it just doesn't run properly. But this runs great, and the fighting mechanics are just beefed up from the original. The graphics look good. I love playing this game. I play this all the time. And when you land your final combos, so cool. And next up is Samurai Showdown Anthology. Now on this, it's actually a pack of games where you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but on the main screen you go to the right, there's actually Samurai Showdown 6, and that's where the meat of this game is. Samurai Showdown. Now the character selection has a lot of variety, and I mean they got monkeys and dogs, it's all over the place. But I love playing this game, and it looks fantastic still, in my opinion. I think it's one of the better looking 2D fighting games of its generation. It's set in the Edo period, so a lot of the style you see looks really reminiscent of that. So that's the first list for the top fighting games you can get for your modded Wii. I will have the information in the description below. Stay tuned for the next episode. Now I know you guys are probably asking, well, what about Mortal Kombat? Street Fighter this, Street Fighter that. Don't worry. Like, subscribe. I've got something coming up, and it's going to be special, guys. Toasty! Yep. Stay tuned.